What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're going to be jumping on into the God of Destruction Unite Stage 1. I just ran this, and I completely forgot something. This guy does an AoE. Be prepared. He can and will hit you really hard. I'm going to run it with items. I do not care. I'm going to run it with items and with the God of Destruction thing equipped. So my items are going to be used. Because at least for this first part, I know he hits pretty hard. I know he hits really hard, and he has a lot of damage really fast. So we're going to do this, at least for this first turn, because I know he's going to do a super at some point right here. And it's an AoE, so I know we're going to take quite a bit of damage everywhere, unless if someone can dodge it. 84, 80, 71. Only because these guys have really high damage reduction, so the only reason we didn't take a lot of damage from those. That and I equipped the item. And it says nothing about beating it without using items, so I really don't care at this point. Like, realistically, I'm trying to just beat the stage. If I want to do all these challenge runs, I'll come back and do that later. I don't care for the challenge runs. Never have, never will. So let's just continue on. I just threw my phone at myself. Alright, so let's see. This is a terrible first rotation, though, kinda. Next rotation is going to be kind of nice, but the rotation after that's going to be bad again, so might end up burning through items early. It all depends. It really all depends. I think he's the only AoE type unit. Let me look and see if I can find the data on it. I probably could if I look on Dokkan Info, but I'm not entirely sure if anything's up yet. Well, we're about to find out, though, is what we're about to do. We're about to find out together. More or less by together I mean me. Because I'm the only one looking at it right now. Is this the new event? No, it's not the new event. Let me see if I can find the event. Alright, what's my turn look like? Yeah, we're good like this, honestly. We have, like I said, we do in fact have the damage reduction still active. So we're just going to grab those and hope we can survive it. Nice dodge. Nice dodge, that's what we want to see. Let him super first, because that'll raise everybody's stats for the rotation just a little bit. Not a lot, but just enough that it'll help us out a bit, hopefully. And we'll survive easier. Okay, what am I looking for again? Oh yeah, this fight. I gotta find it. Right there, God of Destructions, assemble. Stage 1, let's see, do they have anything up here? Yes, so there's only one AoE. The rest do not AoE. The rest do hit a lot harder, so it's a little bit differently. It's Moscow, Kitela, Sidra, and Rumshi. Moscow, not Moscow. Kitela lowers attack and defense. Sidra raises his own defense and lowers your attack. Whereas Rumshi raises nothing but stuns you and lowers defense. Okay, so this guy being tech, I'm thinking Vegeta needs to be slot 1. No question there. Gonna go like this. Gonna give these guys those rainbows because they need them, as well as give you rainbows because you support everybody else when you're giving them. So that's kind of a perfect rotation right there. The Vegeta should be fine in slot 1. These guys, as long as they don't super, Kitela doesn't super the blue boys in slot 2, we should be okay. Especially if they launch like 3 or 4 super attacks, we might be fine. I mean, Vegeta's smoking them right now. They don't have a lot of health, realistically. Like, it's 50,000, 70,000, 60,000, and then 95 for Rumshi at the end. There's not a lot of a health pool here, to be honest with you. Like, realistically, there's not. And their base attack stats aren't that high. The biggest issue you're worrying about is the supers, and honestly, they don't hit as bad as you would think. 1.5 million. And with him lowering their attack stat on their super, as long as he can launch one more super, that'd be great. Thank you. With them lowering his attack stat just that little bit, I kind of feel like we might be okay. And we gave him, I think, 21% deep damage reduction. As long as he doesn't get supered, we might be okay. Yeah, that's game. More than likely. Oh, maybe I was incorrect. I misjudged my boys. Misjudged my boys. The double super with a massive and a Great League. Yeah, maybe that does make sense. Possibly, I think. I don't know. Sure, I guess. Run with it. Okay, so now we're on to Sidra. Okay, I'm gonna say, let's go like this. Let's go like this here. Give you those. He does do a lot of group attacks. Not fun. As long as he doesn't super in slot 1, can you dodge Goku, please? course you do not dodge. He doesn't dodge. The one thing he needs to dodge, he just doesn't do it. I think we're just barely alive right now, I mean, to be honest. We got 73,000. If he dodges that, that's cool, that makes sense. Alright, so that's not great. Going into the final stage, we do not have anything. Hopefully, next turn when Vegeta comes back around, we should have the revive available. Because with him supering now in slot 1, a basic attack's not going to do anything, and Siege's not going to do anything really to this UI, I don't believe. And hopefully the 17 and Frieza in the final slot will do quite a bit of damage. 3 group attacks, not terrible. Yeah, it's not bad at all. All that's doing is just helping that Goku get stronger, though, those group attacks, honestly. It's kind of nice. Alright, let's see here. These guys need to hit pretty well. Like 2 supers would be ideal. They have a high chance to crit if I remember right. I haven't used these guys in forever, so I don't remember. I used this team when it first came out, like the re-updated Easy Aid team, and then I just stepped away from Dokkan for just a little bit. Nice. I'm digging the triple super. I'm really digging it. Would have been happier with a quad, but I'm not complaining about a triple. Because you're lowering his attack and defense on the 18 key. Alright, I'm just gonna rotate you back off again, honestly. At this point, I really don't want you on rotation right this second. You're kind of not reliable. The group attack's gonna kind of suck. But I'd rather him super the Vegeta. We get the revive. There it is. Okay. Alright.
For Trunks.
We're probably going to be smart to activate an item next turn after we get through this turn here.
I fight for all I built and all I am. I won't abandon all that!
So what we're going to do here is he's got a group attack in every slot. So we know that that's not a super attack. We know that that's not at all. So we're going to keep UI in slot 1. I should have activated this thingy, but just I'm hesitant right this second. Honestly, I really am. Because I don't want to use it up too early. Nice dodge. I mean, realistically, there is no too early. We're on the second to last stage. But I kind of also want to make sure that this guy contains the buff for the whole final stages of the fight, which is really my biggest thing. And I want that on the final stage of the fight too, more or less, instead of on a fight that's almost won already. So that's part of my reason there. Alright, let's see. He needs to just keep dodging. We're going to activate Vegeta's active skill next turn as well, plus equip the damage reduction that we have, because I don't care at this point. We need to get this dub. Especially because I think we're going to have 2 units weak against STR next rotation. Which is not going to be a blast, to be honest. And we do. We Scooby-Dooby-Doo. What is yours again? Okay, we'll activate yours as well.
I honestly didn't expect you to put that much effort into slowing him down.
If I failed, I knew you'd be here to do the rest.
I've earned the trust of a robot. How'd I get so lucky?
We're actually going to do something slightly risky. Just slightly here.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy! This is everything I've got!
We're going to risk to put those guys in slot 1. Let Vegeta grab those. We are still going to activate the damage reduction because I don't care. Because I don't trust those guys at the end. Even though there's 21% damage reduction, that gives them 61%. But now these guys have insane defense, which I was prepared for a super attack just in case. That's why they had a million defense. They would have been fine with a million defense and 40% damage reduction, but didn't have to worry about it. The big person that I wanted to take all the hits, which I'm having, is the Vegeta in slot 2. That was kind of my main reason for putting him there. I more than likely didn't need the damage reduction item, but why risk it at this point when I could just do it and just, if I want to do a challenge run, come back later, kind of thing. So we're just going to do that. As an option, maybe we'll do some of these on stream or something sometime. Because this man's going to hit 20. He might be able to actually finish him off himself. Like 2 or 3 supers. It is completely plausible, actually, how high of an attack stat this Vegeta has. If Rumshi happens to survive this rotation, we'll activate Goku's active skill next turn and win it. Perfect. The man I wanted him to super. I think Vegeta would have taken that for nothing anyway, without the item. But it is what it is, and then we also lowered his attack and defense, which is kind of nice that we can lower his attack and defense. Can these guys finish him? Yep, this should be it right here. An 11 mil super. So not entirely terrible, to be honest. Could have been worse. Could have been really worse. But I'm not going to complain about it. That wasn't bad. Honestly, we could have gotten away with probably not using items. But again, my motto is always beat it the first time. If you want to do challenge runs, go back later. And that's the way it is. Because once you've beaten it the first time, you can see what its little nuances is and how it acts, and then you can go back and do it again. And yes, we did. We completed it. And we now have 15% buff. But yeah, it says nothing about using items. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time when we take on Stage 2. I'll see you guys then.